Good evening, folks. Afternoon, close to evening. You know, we're getting there. Jaron Peoples here with on his first NETSN broadcast, but not new to broadcasting in general. Mr. Conrad, you call him C-Red. How you doing? Excited to be here with us?
I'm good, man. Good to be here. This is a beautiful field here at Brook Hill and Bullard, and my first time here, and excited to call this first this afternoon. And Hyde Park making a little bit of a road trip. I was talking to some fans before the game. It's about 5 hours one way.
Yeah. So this district that Brook Hill's in, there's kind of a concentration in East Texas, and then a concentration around Austin.
Right.
And especially with in softball, they don't one of the Dallas schools don't have softball. So in softball, really, it's just Grace, Brook Hill, and then Austin Hyde Park and Austin Regents, or Brentwood Christian. Sorry,
Brentwood Christian.
And
gotcha.
so that's all that's here. So anyway, so it's some big time road trips. The baseball team right next to us, they're taking on Austin Regents right now, so playing for first place in the district. So getting right here again. Yes, this is game one of this doubleheader. Brook Hill comes in undefeated in district play, 4-3 overall, 2-0 in district, a 2-game sweep over Grace Community last week, a game that we did on Thursday, I believe. So, and they're coming out for the national anthem. So we'll go to the field for the national anthem here.
All right.
Please protect everyone during this game and let everything we do glorify and keep everyone safe on the way home tonight and produce a victory. In your name I pray, amen.
Now your lineup for your Hyde Park Lady Panthers. Batting first, number 23.
All right, we're going to go for the lineup. We'll start with the Hyde Park Lady Panthers.
Batting second, number 17, Ellis Felon, second base. Batting third.
All right, leading off, we got Alexis Stout playing shortstop. Batting second, Ellis Felon playing second base. Batting third, Carolina Stout. She's a catcher. Batting fourth, Olivia Villanueva playing first base. Batting fifth, Kylie Yeager playing left field. Batting sixth, Grace Parscale playing third base. Batting seventh, Alex Atkins. She's a pitcher. Batting eighth, playing center field, Brooke Maggids. And the batting ninth, playing right field, Mary Alice White.
Something intriguing about the Hyde Park lineup is 4 seniors and 4 freshmen.
Oh, wow.
Or excuse me, 3 freshmen. So good balance of senior leadership and good freshman youth there.
All right, and for the Brook Hill Lady Guard, leading off, Blair Brister. Batting second, Mina Harley. Batting third, Carmen Miller. Batting fourth, Allison Matthews. Batting fifth, Miley Booth. Batting sixth, Colby Winkle. Batting seventh, Maddie Matheny. Batting eighth, Juliana Mize. And batting ninth, Peyton Byers. So that's your starting lineups for both teams.
Maddie Matheny, center field. Batting eighth, number 3, Juliana Mize, first base. And batting ninth, number 9, Peyton Byers, right field.
A lot of juniors in the lineup for Brook Hill.
Yes, and they only got one senior. That's Carmen Miller, UT Tyler commit. Great on the mound, great at the plate as well. But a lot of juniors and some younger. But they got a great middle school program that's coming up, a great feeder program. So although they'll be just losing one, they've got a lot of girls coming up into the varsity team next year. So we're gonna go to the field for the national anthem.
ball.
All right, defensively for the Brook Hill Lady Guard, behind the plate, Blair Brister. Playing first base, Juliana Mize. Playing second base, Molly Booth. Playing shortstop, Mina Harley. Playing third base, Allison Matthews. In left field, it's Colby Winkle. Playing center field, Maddie Matheny. And playing right field, Juliana Byers. That's your defensive lineup for the Brook Hill Lady Guard.
I'm so intrigued seeing all this stuff.
Walk you today. We will attempt to keep track of the scores.
All right, so again, a big matchup here. It's what's considered by many the top two teams of the district. Both teams have been good for a while, and of course the Brook Hill Guard, Lady Guard, defending state champions, and so as are the guys on the baseball field. But yeah, so the Brook Hill Lady Guard defending state champions, and in talking to some of the players and stuff, it's obviously you would love to repeat, right? But it's one game at a time. First goals win district, then when you get in the playoffs, just each round at a time, right?
All right. Sunny day here in Bullard, Texas, 60 degrees, and wind gusts could be up to 20 miles per hour. So we'll see some interesting stuff today.
And you can hear it,
Yep.
for sure. All right, well, leading off for the Hyde Park Lady Panthers, they're in red, trimmed in black, white letters, black numbers.
Number 23, Alexis Stout.
Alexis Stout leading off. It's Carmen Miller on the rubber for the Brook Hill Lady Guard. She'll wind up. She'll deliver the pitch. Called strike.
Good pitch start off for Carmen Miller there, right down the middle.
So the other night, Conrad, she in game one of that doubleheader, she faced 15 batters, struck 14 of them out.
Wow.
Not a bad day at the office. Swing and a miss. And she eclipsed 700 career strikeouts.
I would say a successful business day.
Yeah. So she's ahead in this one. No balls, 2 strikes.
Interesting shift defensively here for the infield.
And they're playing it to a little bit to the pool, right? Ball misses. Yeah, so they got 3 infielders on the left side there.
Yeah, I think expecting a slap hit the other way.
Yeah. So you got your third baseman Matthews playing up.
Oh,
Shot into left field. She's going to keep it at one base. Throw comes in. So that's a leadoff single for the Lady Panthers.
yeah, good job there by Alexis Stout, driving that in the left field, hitting the opposite direction, and can't ask for a better start there for Hyde Park.
Up the bat, the Lady Panthers, number 17.
So I'll bring up Ellis Felon.
Freshman for Panthers, Lady Panthers.
Right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch for Miller. Outside. Placed well. So Miller ahead, no balls, 1 strike to Felon. Yeah, like you said before the game, Conrad, they got a lot of seniors and a lot of freshmen on this Hyde Park team. The 0-1. Bunt pulls back, runner's going. Brister fires just a little late. Runner reaches safely. So that's 2 strikes, though. Runner on second base. Miller will start a wind-up. She'll deliver the pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner stays put. It's a strikeout for Miller.
Good pitch by Miller, high and outside. Got Felon chasing there.
Something that I noticed with her the other day, she just works the zone really well. Really good, great with her spots.
Well, when you have a head coach that also is a pitching coach at University of Texas at Tyler, that definitely does not.
He knows what he's doing, right?
Not negative.
Pitch in the outside corner. This kind of liking this official zone. He's giving the edges. So no balls, 1 strike. The Miller got a runner on second base.
Stout, the older sister of
Swing and a miss again. Off-speed pitch on the outside, got her chased in strike 2.
what I'm going to say was Cariana, the older sister of Alexa Stout. Alexa Stout, the freshman leadoff hitter, on second right now.
Tried to get her a chase on the outside. She didn't oblige. Ball. Again, Jaron People see right here with NETSN Live, bringing you some great softball action here. 1-2, fouled away. Long high strike.
Monday's that day of the week where softball's great.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you had to choose a day of the week to do some softball, the Monday's
Monday's
a
great day for it, especially a beautiful Monday like today.
Right.
Comes the pitch. Called strike 3.
Second strikeout this inning for Miller.
So 2 outs here.
That for Lady Panthers, Olivia Villanueva.
Good looking pitch there.
It's great. Again, she's working the zone, working her spots real well. Villanueva steps into the box. Again, that runner still on second. That's Stout. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Miller looking real good today. Field looks in great shape, too, especially after all the rain from this weekend. Field looks great. The 0-1. Off-speed pitch. Goes upstairs a little too high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, released a little late there.
Brook Hill in their home whites with orange pinstripe, orange sleeves, orange socks. 1-1. Ball misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. So we'll have both games of this doubleheader. Again, with some big implications there for first place in the district.
Definitely with Hyde Park coming in with 11-3 record.
Swing and a miss. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Try to get her chase outside. She doesn't oblige, so that will bring our count to full, I think, yeah.
Yes, sir. Full count.
All right, runner on second base. Payoff pitch. Here it comes from Miller. It gets her. Looking. Called strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for Miller in the top of the first. So we'll be back for the bottom of inning number 1 here on NETSN. Welcome back, folks. Jaron Peoples, Conrad here with you with NETSN, bringing you some beautiful softball here at the Schwab Field on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Again, for Brook Hill, we'll go ahead and give you this lineup again. Leading off, Blair Brister. Behind her will be Mina Harley. And batting third, senior Carmen Miller. So that's your lineup.
Pitching. I was going to say, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
No, I was just going to say, in the circle for Hyde Park's going to be Alex Akins, the freshman, and behind the plate, Cariana Stout, the senior.
Yeah, I think I have them here. Look here. Here we go. Oh, that's batting lineup. There we go. That's your defensive lineup for the Hyde Park Lady Panthers.
First time I've seen both schools here. I'm excited and good pitching performance here in the top half from Carmen Miller so far.
Up to bat for the Lady Guard, number 12, Blair.
Hey, private school taps is fun stuff. We call it church ball. Church ball's fun. All right, here we go. Blair Brister looking to start things off.
Makes it that much better.
Oh, that much better. For Brook Hill, here we go. Called strike. Alex Atkins on the mound.
Is it Atkins or Akins?
Akins.
Akins.
We'll go with you, Akins.
Yeah. I'm just saying I knew somebody with that last name and it's pronounced Akins, so.
Here comes the pitch. This is high. All right, Akins step back on the rubber. Missed a little outside on that one. A little high as well upstairs.
Third baseman playing way in.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So that'll bring us at 2 balls, 2 strikes, I believe.
Yes, sir.
All right, 2-2, nobody on. Brister at the plate for the Lady Guard. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's low in the dirt. That'll bring us to a full one. So full count here. Brister stepping back in the box. They had just a great night the other night. They scored 10 runs the first game and 26 runs in the second game.
Wow.
Misses low outside, so ball 4. Brister's on the base pads.
Putting up basketball numbers in 2
I know,
games.
right? All right, so runner on first. And that will bring up Mina Harley. Batting from the left side here. Akins still in the circle for the Lady Panthers. She'll start her windup, fire the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. A little bit of a lead there for Brister, but she comes back.
Number 30, Grace Parscale, playing halfway down the third base line, almost a home plate here.
Man, it's a little too close for comfort for me. I'm not gonna lie. Swing and a miss. High pitch, elevated part of the zone, and 1-1.
Coach Crowfoot doing a good job coaching her players defensively. They are moving in the right area.
Oh, the shift, yeah.
Yeah.
Mina steps on the other side of the box here. It's a nice tool to have.
Yep.
1-1. Shows the bunt. It's low. I believe she left it out, so I think that's a strike. Didn't see an official call from the blue, but
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There you go.
All right, the 2-1. That was low in the dirt. Runner's going. Brister goes. Throws offline a little high, so she'll reach safely in the second base. And so just like that, the Lady Guard have one in scoring position.
Good base running there, and throw was a little overthrown there by Stout, but I like the arm strength. She can just get a little bit under there. Could have gotten that throw right on the money. Could have gotten her out, but again, it was overthrown there.
So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Harley. Running on second base. And it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. A little windy, a little cool, but it's still a nice day for softball. Like you said, the wind definitely could be a factor. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Shows bunt, leaves it out there, called strike. So that'll bring us to a full count. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, chat with us. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, wait a minute or two, and that will let you chat with us. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and as the start of this game, we were 2 away, Conrad, from 5,000 subscribers.
I was about to
So
mention
2 away,
that.
yeah. Swing and a miss. So Harley will be retired.
Hey, what if my first NETSN broadcast, we get 5,000
Oh, man.
subscribers.
Oh, man.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be something. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe and then chat with us.
Lady guard number 6, Carmen.
So Carmen Miller will step up. Again, UT Tyler commit. First pitch to her outside.
I like Brook Hill's uniforms. I like the
Oh, yeah.
spacing of the pinstripes on the uniforms.
I love a good old pinstripe. Even though I'm not a big Yankees fan, I love the pinstripe.
Gotta appreciate them.
Here comes a pitch. High, swing and a miss. Ball had some movement on it. I'll even this up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yankees have won over 30 World Series. You gotta
You
appreciate
know what?
greatness.
Come on now.
Hey, but the Rangers got their one, and that's all
Yeah,
that
they
matters.
did. Yeah, they did. Here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Whoa, good jump there by Brister. She comes back. It's a 2-1. She'll start her windup. She'll deliver the 2-1 pitch. High and outside. Again, good jump there by Brister. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Got an empty base at first. Here comes a pitch. It's low in the dirt. Blister's going. Miller scampers down to first, and runners on the corners now for the Lady Guard. Good discipline there by Miller.
I'm with you. Anytime you're committed to UT Tyler, you're better. I know you're going to be a disciplined hitter.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you're going to play there for sure.
Great program. For sure. All right, here we go. It's going to bring up Allison Matthews to the plate. So she's got runners on the corners.
Up to bat for Lady Guard number 13.
Good crowd here
Allison
on this
Matthews.
Monday afternoon here in Bullard, Texas.
We got 1 out. Here comes a pitch. Shows bunt, fouls away. Matthews looking to play a little small ball there.
Yeah, runners on the corners, you're definitely going to see a situation. Definitely a situational.
Should see Miller.
here.
Yeah, should see Miller trying to advance here. Well, shot right back to the pitcher. She decides to throw to first. Throws to first. Doesn't get it. 1 run comes in. Here comes Miller. 2 runs in. Air throw. Matthews round second, and she's coming in the third. Safe.
Oh,
wow. All right, here we go. So a couple of errors there, a comedy of errors, if you will, just on some throws. But, hey, it gets 2 runners across the board. And so just like that, Brook Hill's up top, 2-0.
Throw from the pitcher was a little off the money at first, caused that runner to go in from third, and then just kind of a domino effect things at play.
Right.
But good job by Brook Hill with the base run there, and Hyde Park there with 2 errors there on that one play.
And could be costly, right? I mean, obviously, well, it is costly. You got 2 runs across the board.
Yeah. I'll tell you, defending state championship teams are going to have good base running.
Yeah.
And you saw it right there. And because of those 2 errors, the person who bunted it is now on third.
She's on third base, so knocking on the door of another score, and that's going to bring up Miley Booth. Miley Booth, a member of that Lady Guard basketball team that went to the state semis.
Yeah. Allison Matthews, that is, on third.
So, official call time. I will talk with Coach Springer. So, I say, well, I'll call it sideline warning, but dugout warning. Getting some players, make sure they're safe. So the Lady Guard up top, 2-0.
They just want to make sure no line drives,
Oh, yeah.
get in that proximity. Like the enthusiasm and the support. I love that about softball.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's contagious. Here comes the pitch. Well, elevated bunt goes foul. Again, that's Molly Booth at the plate. All right, so Molly Booth behind the count, no balls, 1 strike. Man, it's windy. These treetops are moving out there. Like I said, great tree line view, panoramic tree line here behind Schwab Field. Here comes a pitch, swing and a miss from Booth. So no balls, 2 strikes.
I like the name Schwab Field.
Schwab
Training Center.
sounds fancy. Schwab.
I like it.
The 0-2 pitch, here it comes. Misses low. 1 ball, 2 strike. I'll tell you, that's one thing I love about broadcasting here at Brook Hill. Great facilities. The only thing is to get to the top of the press box in the football field, it's like they got like a death ladder. And so I'm not really good on ladders. But besides that, it's awesome. Ball misses low in the dirt.
Have you been to Abe Martin in Lufkin?
No.
Have fun.
Oh, yeah. Is it pretty bad, too?
Well, because the stadium's so old, they're grandfathered in
no elevator.
And with today's regulations, they'd have to have an elevator.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt. So I call the game at Northwestern State University's stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Turpin Stadium.
Natchitoches.
In Natchitoches, yeah, and it's the same way. And so, man, there's some
Wow.
steep stairs. All right, here we go. Full count. Runner on third. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. So Booth will be retired for out number 2.
One thing I like about this field, too, you're talking about the panoramic tree line. I like the monster wall in center field.
Oh, yeah.
Something unique. You don't see it every softball field.
Lady guard number 21, Colby Winkle.
So Kobe Winkle step up. Ball misses low. Again, that runner's still on third base. That's Matthews. Aikens pitching well. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball looks to have a little bit of movement on it. Probably a lot of movement. Here comes the pitch. Well, outside, Winkle stabs at it, fouls it away.
1-2 count now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball misses.
A little low that time there from Aikens.
Shot hit up the middle. Backhand stop by the second baseman. She can't get it up in time. 1 run scores. That was just a well-placed hit.
Yeah, I've got to say good job by the freshman, too. Ellis Fellon keeping that from going into center field. Prevented that double. But, again, just tough play over at first. Any second baseman feeling that. But another run here for Brook Hill on this bottom frame, excuse me.
So runner on first with 2 outs here. Here comes the pitch. It's low inside.
But, yeah, that was a great piece of hitting. Sometimes you just got to put it in play and see where it goes.
Put it where they're not, right? And here we go, the 1-0 pitch. She throws back to first. She's back in plenty of time. Called strike on that one. So even us out at 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch comes in. It's high upstairs. 2-1. Again, chat. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. We'd love to know that.
I know we got some listeners in from Austin.
Oh, yeah. Swing and a miss. So even us up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hyde Park, right off Mopac Highway. My little nephew was born right down the street from that high school.
Okay.
Or last year. He had about turn 1.
2-2. Shot hit into right center field. There's a good gapper. Here we go. Winkle will stay at second. But an awesome single there.
Hey, good job by the only freshman in the lineup for the Lady Guard, Winkle, driving that into right.
No. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Matheny is the one that hit that. Winkle was
I'm
on
so
first.
sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Sorry, thank you.
And Winkle's a sophomore, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I had her as a freshman.
Lady Guard number 3.
Okay.
So
Well,
Juliana Mize will
good
step
piece
in.
of hitting there.
Good
Sorry
piece
for
of
the error
hitting
there.
Yeah, oh, you're good. So Matheny with a great single advances Winkle over to second. So runners on first and second. And 2 outs. So a little bit of a rally here. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss from Mize. The 0-1. Low. Gets behind the catcher. Runners are going. They're going to fire to third. She gets under the tag.
Hey, great base running there and getting under the tag.
Yeah.
That Parscale was applying there, and now 2 runners in scoring position here for the Lady Guard.
Yeah, tag came down right on her knee, so she was just under it. So both runners advance.
Yeah, good base running there by Winkle.
So Mize in the box. Here comes the pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. So 1-2. And the Lady Guard had put 3 across in this bottom of the first. A shot into center field. Well, shortstop picks it up, throws. Nobody's there. So here comes Matheny. So Winkle and Matheny both crossed the plate. So that shot was hit. I said shallow center field, but it was really deep shortstop.
Right.
And the shortstop really made a good play on it, but she came up and just assumed someone would be there, and throw was a little errant. So no one was there. So both runs come in on that.
Yeah, 5 runs across for Brook Hill now.
And Mize will be on first base.
And the lineup I have is different from the one you have. That's why I said Winkle on that.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
Sorry about that, but I'll
No,
get
you're
that
good.
fixed here I'll get that fixed here during the break.
So time called here by Coach Crawford, and can settle their team down here. And so as Brook Hill's gone on a little streak, and again they're putting the ball on the play, but then there's been some just defensive errors for Hyde Park that Brook Hill been able to capitalize on.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 errors for Hyde Park. 2 in one play and then 1 on that throw to first because there wasn't anybody there. And
Yep.
Brook Hill, again, with that aggressive base running, put another 2 across.
Now Peyton Byers will step up now. The cool thing about Peyton Byers is she's new to softball, but she seems to really be getting the hang of it. She made some great plays the other day, and ball low, runners going. Mize scampers to second safely. So that's 1 ball, no strike to Byers. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss, top part of the zone. Good pitch here by Akins. So 1-1's the count. Here comes the pitch. Shot hit to the shortstop. Has some issues with it. She's fast, though. Oh,
they just called her out.
They called her out.
She was out. I think she was out by the hair. By the hair.
That's a small hair. All right. Well, so Aaron Coach Springer said. All right. Well, hey, Brook Hill puts 5 across the board. We'll be back here for the top of inning number 2 here on NETSN.
Kylie Yeager.
Oh, welcome back, folks and friends. Jaron Peoples, Conrad Bauer, and here we are at Schwab Field.
I'll give you an inning recap here in just a minute.
Miller back in the circle. She pitches. Called strike.
For Hyde Park, 1 left on base, no runs, no hits, no errors. And then for Brook Hill, 5 runs across, 5 hits, 3 errors, and 1 left on base in that first inning.
That one's fouled away. Yeager in the box for the Lady Guard.
Again, don't hold me to my accuracy. Sometimes I am human and make errors. So if you're a scorebook keeper and I'm off, you can hold me to it.
And here comes the 0-2. Oh, yep. He was delayed on his call. But called strike 3.
Tough strikeout. Even the batter went off the field and was struggling like, what did I do?
He was a little late in pulling it up.
Yeah, tough strikeout there for the freshman, Kylie Yeager there.
Here comes the pitch. Grace Parscale in the box. Swing and a miss.
That easy right there. Miller threw that one in the dirt that time.
All right, here we go. Ball in the dirt to Parscale.
That first pitch Miller threw landed like halfway down.
Tries to get her chase outside. She doesn't oblige. So, okay. 2 balls, 1 strike, I believe. That one's fouled away. That will even this up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Your Parscale in the box. Miller still in the circle for the guard. Oh, it's full count. I knew I was going to miss one.
I was just going to say, good job by Parscale there, realizing that pitch was in the strike zone and fouling that off quickly.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. What a placement there by Carmen Miller on the low outside. Gets her to chase.
Strikeout number 5?
I think so.
Lady Panthers, number 28, Alex Akins.
So Alex Akins will step up. A pitcher-on-pitcher duel here.
It's got to be at least a handful.
Nobody on, 1 out. The wind's moving and grooving out here. You can see the treetops flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes a pitch. Just a little high.
Yeah, Coach Crowfoot before the game, or I was talking to her a little bit before the game. She said, even though it's a 4 or 5 hour long hour drive, it's a pretty drive.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
The 1-0. Ball misses low. Then you got 2 games here, and then you have a middle school game right after these 2 games. So a long afternoon.
At the
of
Brook Hill
softball,
Diamond Complex.
Called strike.
Aikens, the pitcher for Hyde Park, definitely needs to hang tough here on this 2-1 count.
Yeah, called strike just
Wow.
on the outside corner there. I think it's coming across right on the black, and that seems to be the officials' kind of sweet zone there. So 2-2. Chat with us. Let us know. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we'll cross the 5,000 mark during this broadcast. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, and we'd love to have that. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Yeah, I think he got a piece of the official's mask, I think.
I'll tell you, Jaron and I have broadcasted for multiple people. We cannot do it without our subscribers.
Yep, we've got to have it. Here we go. Fouled away. Good battle here. Remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. So good battle here. Pitcher on pitcher duel. Outfield playing a little deep. Here comes the pitch from Miller. So ball 4. So runner on the base pads now for the Lady Panthers.
I think this is the second runner of the day for Hyde
Yeah,
Park.
I think you're right. So Megids steps into the box for the Lady Panthers. Again, we're at the top of inning number 2. Brook Hill leads 5-0. Here comes the pitch from Miller. Runner's going. Brister throws, fires it. Ball just gets under the glove of the shortstop, Harley, and so the runner will be safe.
Yeah, I feel like Harley, if she secured that in her glove and applied the tag, she could have had a shot at getting that runner out at second.
Throw was right on target by Brister.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Again, that's part of being a shortstop, second baseman sometimes. Sometimes you're just going to lose it out of the glove. So, but Harley bounced back. Yeah, umpire discussion with crowd, I guess.
Here comes the pitch. Runner gets a big jump. Stays put. Called ball.
Left fielder and right fielder playing normal depth. Center fielder playing really deep.
Ooh. Oh, check swing there goes foul.
Got the. I think the chalk was like, yeah, we're just going to go foul here. The inertia of that ball had some English on it.
Had some English. Here comes the pitch. Misses outside. Not a bad idea for a strike 3. Just couldn't get it to quite chase. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, I believe. Well, pitch misses high, so that'll bring us to a full count.
Yep, full count.
A runner on second for the Lady Panthers. 1 out. payoff pitch. Fouled away. What a battle here. What a battle.
One thing I like about Hyde Park's uniforms that I just noticed on the pant leg down the black pinstripe, or not the pinstripe, but the side stripe they have that says Hyde Park down it. And white text.
Cool design there.
Sure you can see it on the video there.
That one's fouled away.
I always talk about this when I go to different Diamond Sports complexes, but I don't think I have to worry about my car getting hit.
No, you're good. I parked back by the buses.
Yeah.
All right, count's still full here. Getting a runner on second. On the top of the second here, so game's a little slow moving. Here comes the payoff pitch. Foul or ball hit in the right field. Byers comes just past her glove, and so one run will come in. Throw comes in. The runner will stay put at third.
Good piece of hitting there by Hyde Park, but yeah, tough play there for the right fielder. Byers.
Yeah.
Put her glove up, and it just went over her glove just a hair and went to the wall, and that's the first run of the day for Hyde Park here. Yeah, that was Maggots who hit that.
All right, ball. And runner on third now. Pitch misses.
Gonna have a mound visit here from Coach Springer.
So this is the outfielders will get together too. So Coach Springer again, just a little pep talk with the crew.
Yeah, I think here you got a runner on. Hyde Park got a little bit of steam here again. Brook Hill's still up by 4, but Coach Springer just trying to figure out situational. Hey, if it's hit here, what are we going to do?
All right, so coming out of that time call. So that wind is hopping. See it in our center field cam that we got on there. It's
yeah, it's rocking a little bit. Shout out to Jaron. Good. He's the man setting all this up, man.
Oh, man. Get my steps in, that's for sure. Comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Miller.
Setting up for a broadcast is no easy feat.
I'm thinking Segway. Like a two-wheel Segway?
Like the mall cop guy?
Yeah. 2-1. Misses.
That'd be cool. Segue from place to place. What would you do in the off-road or the gravel?
Hey,
Like
just get an off-road one.
Like if you went to Overton or something.
Just get an off-road one.
Yeah.
They make them, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Here comes a pitch. Inside.
Brook Hill Lady Guard corner infielders playing in a little bit. Just playing maybe a play at home, I think.
Time call.
And may have a dugout warning. Yeah.
He's going to be very judicious with it. Gives one on both sides,
Again, all about player safety. We just, want nothing to happen. I get it.
Here comes the pitch. Beautiful pitch. Called strike 3. That gets her, so that will retire the side. So we'll be back here for the bottom of inning number 2 here on NETSN. All right, here we go. So looking to get things started off here. For the Lady Guard is, boy, that's top of the lineup here. Let's see here. Yeah, boy, Bristol looks to start things off. So top of the lineup.
Butter Brisker.
So Brook Hill batted through the order in the first
They
inning.
sure did. Not a bad sign. They
No.
lead 5-2. 5-1. 5-1, right?
Yeah, 5-1.
All right, here we go. Ball misses just outside. I thought he was calling that earlier, but doesn't oblige on that one. So 1 ball, no strikes.
Good eye there from Brewster, not chasing that one.
Comes the pitch from Akins. One's fouled out of play. I'll even this up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hyde Park coach said they made 2 stops, and that was it on the way here.
Pitch misses high outside.
Got to give a shout out to some of the Hyde Park fans, too, for making this trip. That is a tough
Trip.
day trip. Yeah.
So they did a basketball game at the other Austin school, Brentwood, but hadn't been to Hyde Park yet. 1-1. Ball misses low, 2-1. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from in the chat bar there. Pitch comes in. Ball 4. So Brister on the base pads for the Lady Guard. No outs here. And stepping up will be Mina Harley.
Good plate discipline there by the leadoff hitter Brister there, getting the Lady Guard started.
Up to bat for Lady Guard, number 11, Mina Harley.
Shout out to the Brook Hill PA announcer, too. He's got a great voice.
Great PA voice, let me tell you.
Yep. As he coughs.
That's
I
a
like
skill. That's a skill. Great PA voice.
Yeah, he does have a great PA voice.
I've got a face for radio. That counts.
Right? We both have faces for radio.
That's right. Ball misses.
PA announcer here, his name is Martin. Met him today. Fine gentleman.
Brook Hill people are awesome. I like Brook Hill people. The 1-0. Bunt just goes in foul territory, so bring us to a ball and a strike. Not sure how the baseball guys ended up their first game.
As soon as we got a scoring update, we'll be sure to mention that.
Yeah, because I know they were playing Austin Regents for possession of first place in the district, I believe. Harley in the box. Aikens still on the mound and runner on first. That's Brister. Here comes the pitch. Bunt just goes foul. Not a bad idea to go for some small ball here. It's just not staying in play. All right, so here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield playing deep on Harley. Well, outside. Good jump there by Brister. They throw. She gets back in time.
Like the idea there from Miss Stout there behind the plate. Seeing if the Brook Hill runner was paying attention over there.
Here comes the pitch. It's high upstairs. Ball. 2-2. Akins will deliver the pitch. Misses, so ball 4. So another runner on the base pad. So 2 walks here for Akins to start things off. In the bottom of inning number 2, 5-1 to score still.
Having a battery visit here at the circle, and now Enfield coming in, just giving some support here. But Brook Hill in good position here.
Yeah, Carmen Miller stepping up. Try to get these runners in to extend the cushion, extend the lead.
Number 6, Carmen Miller.
And runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch from Akins. Low in the dirt. Runners are moving. No throw. So both runners advanced on that. And so now you got 2 runners in scoring position. Brook Hill knocking on the door of another score.
Yeah, runners on second and third here for Brook Hill. Brook Hill, good opportunity to extend their 4-run lead and get it even further here with Carmen Miller, the UT Tyler commit here at the plate.
And no outs here. That helps.
And no outs. Good point.
Swing and a miss for Miller. Good cut.
She wanted that one.
She did. She did. She wanted that one.
Some Brook Hill students in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Middle school day. Maybe end of their school day.
So bunt. Leaves a bunt out, called strike. So 2 strikes now to Miller. So the 0-2, runners on second and third. No outs here. Miller in the box. Akins in the circle. She'll get ready here. She'll deliver the pitch. She hits one into shallow center field. Center fielder's coming over, makes the catch. Runners will stay. Good little trickery there. Here we go. Runners will stay put. So, all right. So,
yeah,
pop fly there for Miller.
Good play defensively there by center fielder
To bat for Lady Guard,
Brooke
number
Magids,
13,
excuse me.
Yeah,
And,
Harley was trying to gain some of the attention there at second base so that Brister could score, but they never let her do it.
Right, but with how close Magids was to the infield catching that, no way they could score on that sacrifice or make it a sacrifice.
So called strike. That's Matthews in the box now for the Lady Guard. Fouled away. So no balls, 2 strikes now. And runners at second and third still with 1 out. Matthews in the box. Booth on deck for the Lady Guard. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So she'll be retired. So it's 2 outs now.
Tough pitch to chase there for Matthews there. I would have chased it if I was at the plate.
Oh, man, that thing was big as a beach ball.
I like that.
All right, again, runners on the second. You really want to get them in, not strand them. Here comes the pitch. Molly Booth called strike to her. Akins kind of bearing down here. Here comes the 0-1. Little dribbler hit back to the pitcher. 1 run comes in, slides safely. Booth will reach safely. So 1 run will come in on that. The pitcher scooped it up and threw the home, but throw was a little offline, and the runner was already there. So
yeah, Akins throwing it home to Stout. threw it really high. If she would have thrown it down toward the base and down low, she probably
Had a play
could
there.
have had a play at the plate. But, yeah, with a throw off the mark, easy run there for Brook Hill.
Up to bat for
So
Lady
they
Guard,
extend
number
their lead to
21,
6-1.
Colby Winkle.
So Winkle, the sophomore, will step up. With 2 outs, runners on the corners. She hits a shot. Oh, man, what a snag by the shortstop. They were playing her over, and, man, what a hit. And just the shortstop, Stout, made just an incredible snag there. So that will do it. But they do score 1. The Lady Guard leads 6-1. We'll be back here for the top of inning number 3 here on NETSN. Welcome back, folks. Jaron Peoples, E. Conrad with me here with NETSN, bringing us some high school softball action here. And Brook Hill Guard leads 6-1 over the Hyde Park Lady Panthers, and a big district matchup here.
And it's not just Jaron Peoples. It's the Jaron
Oh, come
Peoples.
on. Hey, you know, I've already got a big head as it is just because of genetics, so don't give me a bigger one. Hey, if you haven't yet, subscribe. I'm not sure if we've crossed 5,000 yet, but I'd love to today.
Up to bat for Lady Panthers, number 23, Alexis Stout.
Maybe Grandpapa Brett can let us know if we've crossed 5,000 yet. So here we go. Here comes the pitch outside. Stout leadoff hitter leading off for the Lady Panthers. Ball fouled away.
Alexis Stout, the sophomore for Lady Panthers at the plate.
One of the few sophomores, right? They don't have a whole lot of sophomores on there.
They got one. No, just she's
Yes,
the only
sir.
sophomore
Yeah,
in the
she's
lineup.
it, huh?
And she's leadoff hitter. She's got a big role for the next 2-3 years.
Here comes the pitch. Bunt, fouled up. Caught off the net, but that don't count. That would be fun, though.
Heads up play there by Blair Brister getting that off the net. Third baseman for Brook Hill playing a little in here.
Here comes the pitch. Hit the infield. Here comes Matthews.
Ooh.
Can't make the catch, but it's foul ball.
I think if Matthews, instead of going up top with it, if she went underhand with it, could have had an opportunity at that. But good close hustle there, and she kind of was in position to already make that play there. But tough angle, and she might have lost in the sun too.
It's foul. Misses high.
Yeah, those are always tough. You don't know if it's going to land fair, don't know if it's going to go foul, you know.
So 2-2 the count. And nobody on. No outs. Ooh, they're going to say she didn't go, so a little outside pitch. So that'll bring us to a full one. It was close. You might not quite cross the plane. But here comes the full count pitch. Ball hit to left center.
Left. Oh.
It hit some kind of no man's land. Throw comes in, so that'll be a double for Hyde Park.
Good piece of hitting there by the sophomore Alexis Stout, hitting that in the shallow left field, and like you said, no man's land between left and center, and going to bring up Fallon now.
And here comes the pitch. Bunt, foul. Strike.
Swing and strike. Felon was trying to swing for the fences on that one, but good pitch placement there by Miller, bringing it up high there.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. So she'll be retired. Well, the pitch here for Miller, and it's out number 1 of the inning. That runner remains on second.
Up at bat for Lady Panthers, number 9, Carrie Anna
I believe that is Miller's 7th strikeout.
She clipped 700 the other night, so she's 700 and a lot. Fouled away.
Recapping this past second inning for Hyde Park and Brook Hill. Hyde Park, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left on base, and same thing for Brook Hill. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left on base. Making it 6-1, Lady Guard.
The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Stout in the box for the Lady Panthers. Getting a runner on second off that double. By Felon or by Stout? The other Stout. That pitch just misses. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Both Stout again at second and at the plate.
Swing and a miss. Runner's going. She reaches there safely, but second strikeout of the inning for Miller.
Good base running there by Alexa Stout, getting a third there.
Yeah, heads up play for sure.
But I believe that's Carrianis Stout's second strikeout of the afternoon.
Villanueva, the cleanup hitter. High and outside pitch, ball 1. Hey, let us know if you're enjoying the broadcast, and or if we can improve. We'll take constructive criticism. That'd be fine. Just don't hurt our feelings or anything. But here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt. Ball 2. But let us know you're tuning in. Let us know who you're cheering for. All you got to do is chat in there. Not too hard to do. Miller back on the rubber. She'll deliver the 2-0 pitch. High and outside. So couldn't get her to chase on that one. 3-0.
Brister was trying to frame that and sell the umpire on calling that a strike. Good looking pitch, I thought, but again, I ain't the umpire.
Here comes a 3-0. That's a good pitch. That's a pretty one.
Yep.
You got pretty pitches and you got purdy pitches. There's a difference, okay?
I want you to tell me what a purdy pitch is.
You know it when you see it. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. See, that's a good one. That was purdy.
There
That
you
was
go.
purdy. You got her to chase on it.
pitch.
That was a purdy one.
If the PA announcer here says it's a purdy pitch, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
All right, we got a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Miller will deliver the payoff. Fouled away. Getting a runner on third. 2 outs here. Yeah. Good get here if we can get her at the plate. Payoff pitch, take 2. Here we go. Fouled away again. So good battle here. Trying to get her chase on that one, and she is just getting a little bit of contact on it. Payoff pitch, take 3. Shot up the middle, so one run will come in. So an RBI single there for the Lady Panthers.
Good piece hitting there. Right in the center field, shallow. And that's going to bring up.
Back for the Lady Panthers, number 16, Kylie Yeager.
So Kylie Yeager. So that's Villanueva with the RBI single there. Big battle there, you know, for pitcher and catcher. Went deep into the count. Pitch high. Ball 1.
Cleanup hitter Villanueva definitely doing her job, bringing that run in.
Pitch misses high outside. 2-0.
Corners are in for Lady Guard and outfield playing normal depth here.
That ball's fouled away.
Fouled right back at one of the Hyde Park dads.
All right, here we go. Ball just misses, so that that brings us to a 3-1 count. And here we go. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So runners on first and second now for the Lady Panthers. As Parskull will step up to the plate. So we'll have another little mound huddle here for the Lady Guard.
Just infield.
Just infield,
Visit.
yep.
Players visit. I like it. Encouraging each other and saying, hey, there's only 2 runners on, but we're the Lady Guard. We are the defending state champions. We are going to get out of this inning.
I believe the young people call that swagger.
I couldn't tell you, man.
Yeah,
I'm out of that.
yeah,
I'm out of that urban.
Yeah, I know.
Up to bat for the
Yeah, I
Lady
try to stay
urban
hip and
lingo.
cool. I try, you know, but.
Parscal.
All right, here we go. 2 outs, runners on first and second. And Parscal will step up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. That must have just been half a hair outside. I don't know.
Rest in peace, Bobby Ecker. Just
Yeah.
a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Just a wee outside.
The 1-0. Low in the dirt. Both runners will stay put, though. Good block there by Brister. Keep it in front of her. So 2-0 now the count. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Just to talk about NETSN a little bit, it's just so incredible that in 2025 that we have the ability to make a TV-like high school broadcast on the internet. Isn't that something?
A lot of hard work. A lot of money. A lot of
Shout out to
A lot
Brett.
of troubleshooting. Yeah, it's fun, though. Here comes the pitch. Misses high. So if you like to sponsor, you like to advertise, we love it. We need that.
Well, that, and we really enjoy doing it for the kids.
Oh, we
That's
love
what
it,
it's
man.
all
That's
about.
and I've been broadcasting for over 10 years, and just hearing from families. It's called strike. So that's strike number 2. Man, this official, he got a delay. He wants to keep you guessing for a little bit. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Parskull's like,
She was
"Are you sure?"
halfway down. She was halfway down the line when he. Oh man! All right, here we go. Payoff pitch here. That's ball 4, so that'll load him up.
Yeah, bases loaded here for Hyde Park. If being Hyde Park down 5, this is definitely the opportunity for Aikens to capitalize here.
Alex Aikens will step into the box here. Miller looking to bear down, get this last out of the inning. She'll deliver the pitch. Pitch misses high outside.
Two outs. Aikens got to put this in play.
Go, let's try a good pitch here.
Yeah.
So bases loaded. Still a 6-2 lead for Brook Hill. Ball misses high. She's not quite hitting her spots like she was at the beginning of the game.
Oh, Miller get dialed in here in just a second.
The 2-1. Call strike, well placed, bottom part of the zone.
I tell you.
I think his zone shifted a little inside and a little low. So the 2-2. That ball just a little too low. That'll bring us to a full one. So we got a full count here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Miller starts her motion, delivers a pitch. Swing and a miss. Look at that. Gets her on a swing and strike 3. Way to bear down, senior Carmen Miller. We'll be back here for the bottom of inning number 3 here on NETSN. Maddie Matheny stepping into the box for the Lady Guard here.
Lady Guard getting out of a jam there with bases loaded situation there for Hyde Park. And what a great 2 final pitches there by Miller.
Man, she bared down, didn't she? That was just a great discipline. Hey, and that's what you want to see from your senior. She's got a lot of innings behind her, and she bared down and had a great performance there. Called strike to Matheny.
Great execution by Miller for sure. Like you said.
Matheny, a sophomore. Swinging and miss. Oh, it looked like an off-speed pitch there. And got her to chase a little bit. And so the 0-2. Off-speed pitches outside, so 1-2 now.
Right fielder and center fielder here for Hyde Park kind of shifted in the outfield here.
Yeah, they're playing to the shift. Pitch misses high. Good discipline there by Matheny, not chasing that one in the top part of the zone. So
I guess when they played over at Hyde Park the first time, she pulled the ball on them.
Well, no, this is so they'll do. That's why they're doing a double. So they haven't played yet this season.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a little different when these especially when they travel so
Yeah,
far. They
right.
try to knock them out both at one time.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So the count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
First NETSN broadcast, first Taps broadcast.
Oh, yeah. Shot up the middle. That's a good hard lick there for Matheny. And so the Brook Hill Lady Guard will get somebody on the base pads to start things off here as they lead 6-2 in the bottom of the third. That's a good hard hit.
Done plenty 2A, 3A, 4A.
Back for Lady Guard, number
My first
3.
Taps broadcast this week, and then I'll have my first 5A broadcast this week.
Oh, who are you doing 5A later?
I'm doing Friday. I'm doing Texas High at Mount Pleasant.
Oh, that'll be a fun one.
Yep.
She shows bunt, leaves it out, called strike.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That is Juliana Mize.
Went to 5A, now 6A high school. It's you have appreciation for the 2A, 3A, 4A Taps program.
Dude, I love me. I'm the NETSN small ball guy here. Pitch gets above the catcher, runner gets over to second. So I love me some 2A, 3A stuff. I don't know.
I just love Texas high school athletics. There ain't nothing like
There
it.
ain't nothing like it.
There ain't nothing like it in any other of the 49 states. I promise you.
And my first 6 years of broadcasting was in Louisiana. Little dribbler hit back to the pitcher. She's gonna throw to first. She'll get her, but does advance the runner.
I'll tell you, these Texas communities, they live, breathe, and die high school athletics.
Oh yeah.
Or extracurriculars, band,
Oh yeah, all the stuff.
FFA, you know. It's great. What a blessing that we get to be able to do and enjoy what we do.
I will say I did 2 softball state tournaments in Louisiana, and that's when I was introduced to boudin balls at the hospitality room. Oh man, it was so good.
Boudin, huh?
Here comes the pitch. Called strike to Peyton Byers. Swing and a miss.
Tough swing there for Byers. I would have swung at it right on the outside corner.
Oh, yeah. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. So she'll retire.
Yeah, Byers going down on strikes there.
So 2 outs now.
Lady Guard, number 12, Blair Brister.
Big out number 2 for Hyde Park with the runner on third there.
Here comes the pitch. Called strike, bottom part of the zone. Hey, let us know who you're cheering for. If you're the Lady Guard or the Lady Panthers, just put it in the chat. Swing. Could be in no man's land. It sure is. It's a gapper in the right center field. She'll round first. She'll come in the second. 1 run scores. And an RBI double for Blair Brister.
Good piece of hitting, and like you said, going to put another run on the board here for Brook Hill.
Back for Lady Guard, number 11.
She got a good piece of that one.
Tina Harley.
Yeah.
Mina Harley will step up now.
As you've been saying before, no man's land. That was definitely in no man's land.
That gap in right center has been there most of the afternoon, and she found it.
So Hyde Park High School is 236 miles, 3 hours and 43 minutes from here. Just looked it up.
Just down the street. Ball misses.
Definitely not down the street.
1 ball, no strikes.
Everybody from Hyde Park, though, that made the trip out here, safe travels back.
That's the thing about taps too. Even when you get into like the first and second round of the playoffs, you can get some miles in.
For sure.
Ball misses outside. Good discipline there at the plate by Harley. I'm sorry to my viewers. I don't switch it when there's a hit. Switch it to the other camera fast enough. I'm still getting used to these multiple cameras. My trigger finger's not quite as quick.
Doing it better than I would have.
Runner on second. Here comes the pitch. Misses high.
Stout behind the plate. Thought about throwing a second because Brister was taking a big lead there at second, but good job by Brister getting back there.
Here comes the pitch. Fouled away. Here we go. Ball misses, ball 4. So Harley will step into first base. We got runners on first and second now, 2 outs, and Carmen Miller will step up to the box.
Back for the Lady Guard, number 6, Carmen Miller.
All right, here we go. Runners on first and second. Miller in the box. Here comes the pitch. Pitch misses high and outside.
Good job by Miller not taking the cheese there and swinging at that one.
Now, the other day we had plenty of break in between games. That first game went quick. This one's might take up all the 2 hours. Ball's low in the dirt. Runners stay putting so far.
As soon as we get done here, I'm headed to equipment to call a baseball game.
Yeah, so you'll be heading up there, and Jeremy Diamond will step in and step into your seat for game number 2.
Mm-hmm. He's going to do a great job.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy's great. Deep bench over at NETSN. That's what I love about it. Here we go. Low in the dirt. Runners moving. Safe. Ball came out. I think she was safe probably anyway, but.
Yeah, Parscale there had it in her glove initially, but lost it there when Brister slid in there. And good base run in there. And now 2 runners here in scoring position for Miller, the third hitter in the order, to do her job here and get those runners in.
Ball hit in the right field. 2 outs. She makes the catch, so they'll strain 2. The Brook Hill Lady Guard leads 7-2. We'll come back here for the top of inning number 4 here on NETSN. All right, here we go. Coming to the top of inning number 4. The Lady Guard leads 7-2 here over the Hyde Park Lady Panthers. And Miller back in the circle here.
With that window open for the crowd, Mike, the wind's blowing a little bit in here.
Oh, yeah.
But beautiful afternoon here in Bullard, Texas. You can't ask for better weather. Just under room temperature.
Have you been on this campus before? Have you called a game here?
First time here.
Okay,
First
because
time
they have a whole lot of playoff games here too.
I'm from the Dallas-Fort Worth area originally. I've lived in East Texas since 2015, but this is my I've been to Bullard High School before, but I haven't been to Brook Hill. But beautiful facilities here, like
really,
we were mentioning.
really top notch. So Megas steps into the box. Pitch misses outside from Miller. The 1-0.
Maggots.
Pitch misses outside the Maggots. Oh my goodness.
Brook Maggots, that is.
The 3-1. Fouls that one away. That'll bring us to a full count.
Inning recap of the third inning. Hyde Park, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 left on base. And for Brook Hill, 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 left on base. No errors. Except for the 3 that Hyde Park had in the bottom half of the first.
Here we go. Swing and a miss. Well, he said he got a little tip out of the way, strike 3, because she caught it. So
Yeah, big strikeout there for Miller firing away there. And like we've seen, just taking a deep breath and firing away that fastball like she does, like she's going to do at UT Tyler.
Mary Alice Watt steps into the box. Nobody on, 1 out. Ball misses low.
Blue getting some more softballs.
Reloaded here. The 1-0 pitch from Miller. Misses low, 2-0. Hey, let us know if you enjoy the broadcast, or what we can improve on, and let us know who you're cheering for in the chat. 2-0. Ball misses, so 3-0 now.
You can also comment your favorite broadcasters, C-Rad or Jaron.
Hey, you know what? Hey.
If you pick Jaron, I'm not going to
Yeah,
be
you know.
upset.
Hey. One team, one vision. You know, what do you say? Here comes the pitch for Miller. Misses high outside, so Mary Alice White will
That was a joke.
skimper down the. Oh, I know. Skimper down the first base, and
Up to bat for Lady Panthers, number 23, Alexis Stout.
so Alexis Stout will step into the box. Leadoff hitter for the Lady Panthers.
But no, seriously, if you're listening to us on YouTube, comment in the chat what player you're supporting, or what manager, coach, all the above.
That one's fouled away.
Top of the order, Alexis Stout.
So we're on first base, 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Carmen Miller. Outside. The 1-1. Called strike right on the outside black part of the plate. So good pitch there from Miller. So she's ahead now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. She doesn't get her to chase on that outside pitch. That didn't miss by a whole lot. 2-2 pitch. She hits that one. It's going to be foul. So count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Miller as she delivers. Ooh, oh, strike. 3. That was a little non-dramatic, anticlimactic, but strike 3 nonetheless.
Yeah.
He's so delayed on his call. Like, man.
Yeah, every umpire is different.
So 2 outs.
Another strikeout. I'm sure we're close to 10 here for Miller if we're not already there.
We're at 11. Oh, yep. Swing and a miss.
Thank you. Shout out to our support staff here at Brook Hill.
Yeah, great press box crew here. Swing and a miss there. Runner on first. Nicely placed pitch on the outside part of the plate. So no balls, 2 strikes here at the top of the 4th. Lady Guard leads 7-2 here. She'll step into the box. Miller will step on the rubber. Here we go. The 0-2. Trying to get her to chase outside. She doesn't oblige. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's Felon.
Oops, sorry.
At the point.
Forgot about my elbows.
And ball hit into
no man's land.
no man's land in right field. Byers will come up. 1 run's going to come in. They're going to throw into the plate, a little off target. They'll bounce back. The runner will round third. Felon. She'll stay put. So an RBI hit for Ellis Felon.
Yeah, that throw into the plate was in between the home plate and third. But the good thing is it bounced off the backstop just enough to hold that runner up at third, preventing him to score for Hyde Park there. But good piece of hitting there, no man's land, like you said, and big triple there for Hyde Park.
So they just put 1 on the board. So 7-3 is the score.
Hey, I like it. Hyde Park still down by 4, not giving up and fighting. Yeah,
they're fighting.
Yeah.
And you expect that, 2 of the better teams in the district.
If you're an 11-3 team coming into this contest, you're well coached.
Ball fouled away.
But we know Brook Hill is also very well coached as
Absolutely.
Well.
The 0-1. Ball misses. Yeah, just adding the experience of Coach Brawley and Coach Springer. That's a lot of years of coaching.
No doubt.
Ball misses high. Here comes the pitch from Miller. Well, hit the shortstop hard. She's going to come up. She's going to fire to first. Just out of the reach of my eyes. And so 1 run will come in. They throw in. So
let me ask you this: Are you gonna call the error on the throw from shortstop, or are you gonna call the error on the catch at first?
I want to say first because it's a catchable ball.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a catchable ball. And if it's out of a reach or one, that's one thing. But it's a low ball. But I mean, it's a catchable ball.
Yeah. So we'll mark an E3 there.
I have another little team huddle here.
But yeah, fortunately that throw got behind first base, advanced that runner to second, but still brought that run in.
Up the bat
So Hyde Park still fighting here, right? So they just trail by 3. They got to run around third now. And
Runner on second.
oh, run on second, sorry.
No, you're good.
Villanueva, the number 4 hitter, steps in. Pitch low.
I'll tell you, both stouts for Hyde Park are contributing a lot in this game. Like to see it from the sister duo.
The 1-0. Foul away. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, Miller's bearing down here. She's not getting rattled.
Nope.
She's doing her job.
No, you can tell Carmen Miller is unfazed.
The 1-1. Well, in the dirt. Throw from the knees, but she gets there in time.
Good heads up running there by Carriana Stout. Advancing over to third and throw from catcher. A little inside from Brewster, but.
From the knees, though. That's
Yeah. Tough pitch from Miller, too.
it's a 2-1 to count. Here comes the pitch. Misses outside. So 3 balls, 1 strike. You got that runner on third. You got 2 outs, though. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there.
Yeah, good pitch there to Villanueva. Villanueva chased there, the senior first baseman.
Payoff pitch.
Oh,
Tips it.
Yep.
They catch it. So that's out number 3. So Hyde Park scores, but they still trail Brook Hill by a score of 7-4. We'll come back for the bottom of inning number 4 here on NETSN. All right, Allison Matthews stepping into the box for the Lady Guard as they still lead 7-4 here, coming into the bottom of inning number 4. Game 1 of this doubleheader. We'll bring you the second one, too.
Up to bat for the Lady Guard, number 13, Allison Matthews.
So Matthews will step into the box. Pitch misses to her, ball 1. I was a little nervous saying ball just because, our umpire and takes his time on this call. That one was low in the dirt. 2-0 to Matthews. Pitch comes in from Akins to Matthews. On ball hit. foul territory. What? Goodness gracious. We were informed it was a foul ball.
Weird looking foul ball.
All right, here we go. Swing and a miss. She chases on that one, so 2-2 the count. That one's fouled away. Hit top of the training center there. Baseball guys are back in action over there. The 2-2 the count. Low in the dirt. Bring us to a full one. So nobody on, no outs. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's out number 1 of the inning.
Tough swinging strikeout there for Allison Matthews. I believe that's her second strikeout of the day.
Up to bat for Lady Guard, number 1, Miley Booth.
I'll bring up Miley Booth.
Junior second baseman here for the Lady Guard.
Here comes the pitch. It's a little dribble or foul. It goes foul. Swing and a miss. No, you made him plenty of time. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Aiken's still in the circle. She'll deliver the pitch. Called strike. Strike 3, so that's out number 2.
Second strikeout of the inning here for
Aikens.
Alex Aikens. Yeah, the freshman. She's been real good
Yeah, she's
behind
helping.
the circle today.
So Winkle steps to the box. Again, 7-4 is the score. It's bottom of the 4th. Low inside, ball 1. Swing and a miss is top part of the zone.
Little blooper. Oh, that's going to
Blooper,
get down.
yeah. It falls, and so Winkle reaches on a little blooper right past the infield in the right field, and hey, that's effective.
Good piece of hitting, and the second
That'll
baseman
work.
and the right fielder almost collided there. And good piece of hitting, like we mentioned, for Winkle. That's going to bring up Maddie Matheny. The center fielder, sophomore here for the Lady Guard. Runner on first here. And the pitch.
Ball misses low inside. Here comes the pitch. Ball in the right field. It's foul ball. Man. Ball low in the dirt. Here we go. That one fouled away. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the Jeremy Diamond's with us. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for being here.
Hey, guys. Excited to be here. First time to get to check out a girls' softball game here at Brook Hill this year. So happy to be here. Looks like another great game.
Yeah, top one here, 7-4. Brook Hill on top. Are the two better teams of the district. Swing and a miss. So that will retire the side. So we'll come back for the top of inning number 5. Brook Hill still leads 7-4. We'll be back here on NETSN. Welcome back, everybody. Jaron Peoples, C-Rad, and Jeremy Diamond.
Any recap? 4th inning for Hyde Park. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. And for Brook Hill, 1 hit, 1 left on base, no runs or any errors. And welcome, Jeremy Diamond.
Yeah, thanks. Again, excited to be here, man. What a great atmosphere. I thought this morning it might be a little bit cold, but it's perfect outside.
It's great. It's great. Wind's blowing. That's for sure.
It's going to be cold later.
Last night and this morning, I thought we were back to soccer weather in the winter, right? That outside cold, but turned out to be a great afternoon and great day for softball.
Called strike. Up at the plate, it's Yeager for the Lady Panthers.
Freshman left fielder, Kylie Yeager.
She fouls that one away. So, again, yeah, Jeremy, these two teams are really considered top of the district. And so it's a big series here.
3 hours and 43 minutes apart and 236 miles in driving distance. And they're in the same district.
Just a short little trip. Right?
Welcome to Taps.
Hey, listen, I grew up in Kansas.
Shot up
if you
the
don't
middle.
remember.
Scoop up by Harley. She fires to first. She gets her.
Oh, barely by the hair.
Good old 6-3 put out.
Yeah, good play defensively there by Mina Harley.
Yeah,
moving her left a little bit and just firing it away and getting that big out of first.
You got to have quick hands in the infield, especially softball,
Yeah, especially
right?
softball.
You got to make a quick transition. She did a good job there.
So Pascal stepping into the box. 1 now. Here we go. Good strike by Miller. The 0-1. Off-speed pitch outside. Pascal doesn't oblige, so we'll even this up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Low outside part of the zone. Get you a chase on it. So 1-2, 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Look at her hit her spots perfectly. So out number 2.
That rise ball is dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it looks so good when it leaves their hand, and then by the time it gets there, it's over your head, but you kind of already committed.
Well, and Carmen does a great job at keeping the batters off balance. She'll hit the outside parts of the zone really well. She'll go upstairs, downstairs real well. Does a great job mixing it up. And
Yeah, great job with location.
Akins will step up to the plate. Ball one.
Tough pitch to take outside, but good job by Akins there, staying back.
Here comes the pitch, 1-0. That's a good pitch on the outside black, and 1-1's the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss. That one had some movement on it. Had a little bit of groove on it and some rotation, and so better to chase it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. And so that'll do it. The side's retired. We'll come back for the bottom of inning number 5 here on NETSN. All right, Julian Amaya stepping into the box for the Lady Guard here in the bottom of inning number 5. Guard looking to maybe extend their lead a little bit here.
You know, Juliana, she's a multi-talented athlete here. I don't know if you knew this, but we actually talked to her this year into coming to our Upward games, and she did some refereeing for basketball. So not only can she pound a softball, but she did some full-court games for us this year and did a good job.
The bottom of inning number 5. Here we go. 7-4 the score. Mize in the box. Inside pitch. The 1-0. I believe this is Hyde Park's first district matchup of the season. They called strike.
Good pitch there. Had a little bit of movement there vertically, right? A little bit of a rise ball there. It looked low and it came out of her hand, and and it just did that little climb. Stayed on the outside part of the plate.
The 1-1 fouled away. Brook Hill sweeping Grace last Thursday. 10-0 the score of the first game, and then I think it's 26-5.
And that first one, I believe Miller had a was Miller on the
perfect game.
Perfect game. Yeah, it was pretty crazy to see that online. That's awesome. Another feather to add to the cap of Carmen there.
Off-speed pitch, swing, and so Mize is retired. And
well, that ball just looked like it fluttered, didn't it? I mean, it literally just looked like it sat in that spot for about a minute there.
It hit its brakes, took a nap, and
Man, it was almost unbelievable to look at. It was like, that can't be real.
So Peyton Byers will step up. With a 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Byers had an infield hit earlier. They called her out on. I thought she was safe, but I don't get paid for that. But it was, because she's quick. She's super fast. She hits a shot. Third baseman scoops it up, fires to first. They'll get her. That's out number 2.
Up to bat for Lady Guard, number 12, Blair Brister.
So Blair Brister, leadoff hitter, will step into the box for the Guard. Called strike outside corner.
Wow.
Ball's got some movement on it now.
It does. It does.
Blooper hit. Could be trouble. Third baseman makes the catch. Retires the side. So we'll come back for the top of inning number 6. We'll be back here on NETSN. Welcome back, folks. We're coming into the top of the 6th.
You know, I think one of the cool things about softball, and again, if you don't pay a lot of attention, you know, you assume automatically it's the same as baseball, right? That's the easy assumption. Field looks similar, but it's such a different game, right? I mean, you've got these people, girls can come out and throw a ton of pitches one day and come back really the next day and do it again if they could, right?
Yeah.
With little to no stress on their arms. Where guys, you know, they throw more than 75 pitches or so, they got to take like a month off. You know, it feels like that delay of time, you know, is so different.
Brook Maggots steps into the box.
But it's just such a different game, and it's so much fun to see the two, you know. They're played so differently. The softball game. It seems to be a lot quicker.
It's
right?
definitely a faster pace.
It's faster paced, faster reaction times. Where the field's smaller, and you know, but again, it takes the same skills, right? Eye-hand coordination. You know, a lot of those things are so similar. It's such a cool thing to watch. And
Miller will deliver the pitch. Foul away. Good piece of it there by Maggots. I think I've called her like 4 different names, bless her heart, in this broadcast. Maggots.
I think she played for the basketball team as well. Got to call a few of their games this year.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, I called. She hits a shot down the third base line. So she's going to run to second. Will she stretch 3 out of it? Ball's coming in. So that's a double for Maggots.
Yeah, she probably could have had third there, but, you know, you don't want to be the first out, right? You don't want the first out to be at third base, but she probably could have gotten there, but that's a tough one to know, right? You don't want to make that out.
And they were getting the ball in fairly quick, so, yeah, like you said, down by 3. Probably still want to play a little conservative here, so Mary Alice White will step up with no outs. (7-4), still the score.
That one hurts. I think that went right off the hand.
Yeah, so came off the bat, showing bunt, and it hit Brister, I think, in the hand. Chest, man.
Yeah, it came back quick. She didn't have much time. She was trying to get ready to field the bunt, and that thing came back hard and fast.
So top of the 6th, no outs. Again, game number 2 will be right after this one. This 2-game series, I know, especially with the distance, it's good that they knock them out in the same swing there.
Yeah, and again, they're giving the catcher here a chance to make sure she's okay and give her a second to catch her breath, right? Kind of get back, get her faculties about her, and she's going to stay in.
Looks good. Looks good. Here we go. So runner on second, no outs. Mary Alice Watt in the box for the Lady Panthers. Miller still in the circle. No, we haven't resumed action yet here. All right, here we go. Shows bunt, lays it down. Miller comes up, fires to first, gets her, does advance the runner to third.
Yeah, she does her job there, right? I mean, her job is to get that runner advanced. And then the secondary, you'd love to be on first safely, but you have to get that runner advanced, and she did a good job there. And, again, quick by Miller to get that throw over, and then for the first baseman to make sure the runner stayed at third.
Comes the pitch. A little high. In the box now is leadoff hitter Stout. The 1-0. Official says she did not go, so that'll be ball 2.
Yeah, she kind of went back to that same pitch. Got a little bit of a rise, hoping she'd chase it, chop something.
Two-0 pitch from Miller. Ball fouled away behind us, so it'll bring her count to 2 balls, 1 strike.
I was gonna say that went all the way over us. That's one of those car shots, right?
Well, they have this cool
Oh,
net,
that's true.
so you don't hear the pop. I waited for it several times the other night, and it never came. Two and one. Runner on third. 1 out. Outside pitch. Brings us to a 31 count. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away. That'll bring us to a full count now. I've done a lot of baseball this season. Haven't got to do a lot of softball yet, so we did some, we've done a lot of Tatum baseball, some Troop, some ARP, and I'm glad to be over here in some softball. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll retire.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better pitch right there. It was close enough that it looked good, right? It was tantalizing, but it was out of reach. And, again, now we've got 2 outs, right?
Yeah. Could be a big hold here.
Yeah, and again, softball's a different animal, right? There's no leadoff, right? You don't have that. It's such a different thing. Where in baseball, before the pitch, that guy on third is coming down the line even before you get into your windup. But in softball, you've got to wait till that pitch comes in, and so it changes kind of how those things work. But again, the bases are closer, and those, so those little things make a difference there in your strategy and the way that you play.
Now, Fallon got a big hit last time up. Fouls that one away. She's getting a piece of it.
We're running out of softballs here. We keep fouling them off left, right, and behind. We're going to be digging deep in the well. Back when I was in school, when I was a little kid, they used to pay us 50 cents for every foul ball you brought back.
I mean, well, it used to at least like a piece of gum or something.
Yeah, there's got to be a reward there. Otherwise, that ball might sneak to the house, It might not ever make it back.
The 0-2. That one goes foul.
Again, we got more yard ornaments out there. Hopefully somebody will bring that one back.
So it's a long, high strike. So another ball coming in. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see Miller bear down here. UT Tyler commit.
Yeah, what a cool thing, right? Not only to excel at the high school level, then get to do it again at the collegiate level and in your home, that's a cool thing not to have to go far to watch, right?
Yeah, and I mean, UT Tyler, of course, a top-ranked program, very storied program. Coach Springer, the coach at Brook Hill here, is also the pitching coach at UT Tyler. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
So,
That's interesting. There you go.
Here comes the pitch. Cold strike 3. There it is. She's retired. So we'll come back to the bottom of the 6 here on NETSN. Welcome back, Jeremy Peoples, the Jeremy Diamond here at Schwab Field, the campus of the Brook Hill School. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Brook Hill Lady Guard lead game 1 of this matchup by a score of 7-4.
You know, the other thing I like about here, too, is you get the traditional field, right? You still have the dirt infield.
Yeah.
You've got the grass outfield. You know, that's becoming a dinosaur in some ways, right? It's a dying off. A lot of turf these days.
And they do a great job. I mean,
it's gorgeous.
Coach Springer and them work really hard on this field, and it looks really good.
Yeah, they do. And especially with as much rain as we've had in the last week or so, and to be able to make the field look as well as it does is pretty impressive.
And the lines, the dirt to grass line. Oh, man.
Oh, it's
Picturesque.
perfect.
Harley steps in the box. First pitch to her is a ball. Now, this Brook Hill team, they've just got one senior, Jeremy, so they'll only lose one at the end of this season. Defending state champions. And they'll only lose one. Got a onslaught of juniors.
I was going to say, there's a big junior group, right? That's what I'd heard.
Yep. That one's fouled away. But then they also have a great feeder program in the middle school. And so they'll get several up from the middle school that'll contribute early on.
You know, and that's the mark of a good program, right? I mean, that's hard when you're and again, it happens from time to time, right? Next year they're going to be senior laden, but they'll have some young players coming up. But you always want to recycle that and keep your program going.
Pitch misses inside and low, 2-1. Hey, we'll be on the other link, so go back to the NETSN YouTube page and click Game 2. That's how you'll find us in Game 2. Ball's low, ball. So we'd love to have you join us, game number 2, and share it with folks. It's free, it doesn't cost nothing.
Yeah, best kind of app there is, right? Those ones that are free.
Yeah, so go to the YouTube and
yeah, we'd love for you to subscribe, check in. There's a lot of great sports programs that happen on our network, and you can watch baseball, softball, basketball, right, football, all over the East Texas area.
Yeah, and we've been blessed. We now provide coverage for a lot of our area schools and down in the Shelby County too. And so Carmen Miller will step up with the runner on first after that walk of Mina Harley. So
yeah, and her goal here is to help give herself a little bit more of a cushion, right? She wants to put something on the board here, get the ball moving.
Leaves the bunt out. The catcher comes up, throws. Harley gets back in time.
You know, I notice you don't see a lot of the sliding mitts like you see in the baseball world, right?
Yeah.
Those haven't quite made their way over, I guess. But you know, it feels like every baseball game we've done, every player on the team's got a
oven mitt.
Yeah, he's got that big oven mitt. And
was it Keith that was with me the other day that he just could not wrap his head around the oven mitt?
Yeah, I saw a kid with an oven mitt on his right hand slide and stick his left hand on the bag, and I was like, I don't know if that's the purpose, right? It kind of defeats the idea of having the oven mitt.
The 0-2 pitch. A shot into left field. She makes the catch. Runner will stay put. Good contact. Just
Hung up there a little bit.
hung up a little bit, yeah. So Matthews will step up.
Bat for Lady Guard, number 13.
I think just one out here.
Matthews.
Yeah, plays third base, the hot corner.
Here comes the pitch. Misses inside.
You gotta be tough to play catcher, and you gotta be tough to
That's
play
right.
third base because
That ball comes quick. And
it comes quick.
And they crash a lot, right? They'll play up a lot. And
Yeah.
swing and a miss.
Yeah, in a lot of ways in softball, that third base is even more critical than your shortstop. Where baseball, you're probably going to put your best player
Yeah.
at shortstop. A lot of times that changes to third base with softball because of how many shots come that way.
Here comes the pitch. The ball is high, but it hits.
Got everybody coming in and nobody gets it. That ball was up so high it had some snow on it coming down.
So they didn't make the play on it. And so everyone's safe.
Yeah, the second baseman tried to make a late play there. The pitcher didn't get out of the way quick enough, and it kind of caused a little bit of a distraction there. And
Bat for Lady Guard,
those
number
pop-ups
1.
right in the middle of the infield bring a lot of people in, and you got to have good communication to get the out there, and they didn't do that time.
And it wasn't infield fly, I guess.
No, because first and second, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have.
Well, you just had runner on first.
Right. I don't think it's an automatic until first and second.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. Booth in. Swing and a miss. You'll recognize that name, right?
Yeah.
Brook Hill basketball.
Played some basketball, her and Miller. And, Miley had a game there late in the season where I think she got about 750 rebounds. The game we were calling there, she was everywhere. And she's not the tallest player. She has a knack for being in the right spot. And, again, so important that athletes play more than one sport, right?
Oh, man. She hit that one, turned on it. I thought it was going to stay in, but got the bat around a little quick on it. So
and I think that's become a little bit of a lost art is that multi-sport athlete.
Absolutely,
We tend to focus a little too fast, and you miss out on the athleticism that you can pick up from other sports. Those just because it's not a direct link doesn't mean there's not things that can be picked up from it. And good to see kids play more than one sport. It's one of my favorite things is getting to see them do more than one thing.
that one's fouled away as well. She got the right idea there, but so the count snowballs 2 strikes. Yeah, one of the other schools that we cover a lot, Tatum, they're real good about they got a lot of multi-sport athletes. Of course, they're in 3A, so
Right.
kind of have to.
Yeah, I think
do that in some.
size sometimes has an impact on it, right? If you're at a 6A program, it's harder to be a multi-sport athlete.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, we got some help, on that infield fly. I've coached it before, too, but goodness gracious, I get confused sometimes. But, yeah, first and second, or bases loaded with less than 2 outs.
Right.
So thanks so much, William Mize, for letting us know that.
Yeah.
So out number 2.
And again, runners at first and second here, and
Winkle at the box. Shot up the middle. They throw it at first. That will retire. So The score remains 7-4 here as we go into the top of inning number 7. We'll be right back here on NETSN. All right, here we go. Going into the top of the 7th here. So if you're Brook Hill, you just want to hold Hyde Park here. And to sew up game 1 of this 2-game. Hey, we have a poll there. Is in a chat here is if Miller's already got 10 strikes in the game and 10 Ks strikeouts in the game, so she's already passed that. I think she's at 14 now. No, 16 strikeouts. Man, good night. So Miller at 16 strikeouts. Pitch misses high. Shot over to Booth. She's going to come up, scoop it, toss it, get the out. Nice little 4-3 put out there for out number 1.
Ball was a little flare kind of off the end of the bat there, and again, Booth did a good job scooping it quick and getting it over to first quickly for the out.
So Villanueva will step into the box with a 1 out. Called strike. Miller bearing down here. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Ball's low in the dirt. Not perfect, but we have fun and just try to give these young athletes as much coverage as possible. They deserve it. They work hard. They work so many hours. The 1-1. She didn't go, so 2-1.
Yeah, and what a good opportunity, right, for family and friends that aren't in town and can't make it to the game, right? You can check in on YouTube and follow your favorite team and get a chance to see them almost as live as you can get.
The 2-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Good placement there. And yeah, I've been doing this for about 10 years, and it's just one of my favorite parts is when family comes up and says that maybe a grandparent or a cousin who just lives ways away or is working or can't always make the game, so we enjoy being able to do that. Little dribble or hit back to Muth. She's going to come up. She's going to fire it. Out number 2, so she's getting some action here.
Yeah, evidently the hot corner this inning is the second base, right? Not a hot corner, but, yeah, again, good play there by Booth. Quick to it and got it to first quickly. She almost had that hesitation of, do I go underhand, overhand? I think
yeah.
She kind of froze there for half a second, but got the ball there in plenty of time.
All right, so the Lady Guard are 1 out away from sewing up game 1 of this 2-game series. Called strike. She's hitting that outside spot well. No balls, 1 strike. This ball went a little outside.
Yeah, just trying to get her chase there maybe a little bit, right? See if you can get her. If you leaned her a little bit, maybe the second time you get a little farther. Wouldn't be surprised if she came into the inside here.
Freshman eager. Ball misses outside, not by much, though. Feel like we've seen that pitch, but 2-1 the count. And Miller does a good job at keeping the hitters off balance. It's why you want to hit all parts of the zone. 2-1. Foul away. That'll even this up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 2 outs here, so 1 out of the way. A good game 1 pickup. Two. Shot over to the Harley. She's going to come up. She's going to scoop. She's going to fire. Gets away from Mize. She's going on the second. They throw her.
And
they get her.
not for days. That was not a good moment there to go to second. That ball came right back off the dugout there, right back to the first baseman, and she made the out.
All right, so that's the final. So in game 1 of this 2-game series, the Lady Guard defeat the Hyde Park Lady Panthers by a score of 7-4. All right, well, we're going to take a break. We're going to end this broadcast and just go to the game number 2 link, and then we'll be there in just a few moments. So again, the Brook Hill Lady Guard defeat the Hyde Park Lady Panthers by a score of 7-4. We'll be right back in just a moment here on the next link. Just click game 2 on our YouTube page. We'll see you in a little bit.